watching a syndicate program.
The Emperor has been expecting you. I must obey my master. Indeed, you are powerful. It is pointless to resist, my son.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 51 of the Toychest, being recorded on January 26th. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Alexander Storm here, and we've got Tommy Bliss Transmissions.
Look at all this room I got on the bottom row.
Whoa!
I just knocked Bot's ass down. Me so no like it.
Very durable, very durable. That's why people love those.
Action collection, the warm toys.
They're
Better
toys. They're supposed to
durability
be
than hot toys.
thrown around, man. I mean, you got to do it, right? So, welcome in, guys. I hope, honestly, I hope everybody is staying safe and warm.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do. I know that some people are out with power and they're trying their hardest to kind of like weather this storm, this ice storm that's happening. So, you guys hopefully we can bring a little bit of warmth in our wallets, our toy collecting, as we kind of like go through all the latest and greatest toys from Star Wars. But before we get into it, guys, we have a couple things to do. Now, first and foremost, our Shadow Council. You guys are the financial wing, along with all of our channel members. You guys bring us all possible, updated graphics, StreamYard, all that stuff. So thank you so much. If you want to see what it's all about, scan that QR code and, of course, get involved. And then we have I've lost my... There you go. I lost my templates here on StreamYard. So, all right. In our pit, we have Chris K. Is he early again? He's to figure out this London time, UK time, Eastern thing. We'll get it, man. But thank you so much for being here. He's sitting waiting before we go live. Ray Stanley checking in. We also have the Max Rebo experience below all. This is going to Scale Wars. Power of the Force 2 has the Max Rebo. Power of the Force 2, therefore, is the best. Yeah. I agree with the Max Rebo thing. Chet Maddox checking in. We have Meeks. What's up? Hey, Blitz Transmissions there. Hey, cool. James Morrow. Good evening, we fine fellows. No poodoo. That's right. No poodoo. Maybe some. We'll see. Be some. What's the saying, guys? Come on.
Hey, if you don't want some, if you don't want some, better be some.
That's right. Good evening. Hey, we've got Bly checking in. He's being very quiet so far.
Yeah.
And until I scroll down. Keep scrolling. Rhino Hobbies checking in. We got Stanto 1414. Let's see here. Be some again. Dr. Brantley. Hello, everyone. Hope it's safe and warm tonight. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got the TVC Trev. What's up? We will talk about the March Madness also because that just closed and see.
Yes, we will.
Highly anticipating the results coming in. And let's see here. Commander Bly again. Yeah. Should I smash that like button? You can now. I mean, you can always unsmash it, I guess, if you don't like the stream. But no. How Runner Base is in there. We've got William Rodriguez. What's up? Yes, TVC for world building all the way. Okay. Let's see. How Runner Ray, Stu John Jedi. What's up?
What up?
Always love seeing him in there. Hey, Skywalker Hendricks is in there.
Hey.
Phantom Menace Dennis checking in. We've got Star Wars Collective checking in. You guys, we got a full house tonight.
Yeah.
We got Ray Cassidy is Cube Squadron. Cassidy, you could sit there and put us in the background. You've got work to do, man. You got
yeah. What is this? You think this is lunch hour? Get back to work, dude. Get back to work. Come on, bro. You got a Venator hanger to make me. Come on, dude. Get it together.
212 member for 2 months. Got to sleep, but got to catch you on the replay. Hey, man, thank you so much. Go sleep. And hit us in
sleep is for the weak, dude. What are we doing? What's going on with chat tonight? We got Cassidy watching the show. We got Hunter not watching the show. Come on, guys.
Sleep. Oh man. Yes. Let's see. Ray Stanley. We said Chet Maddox. Man, they're all talking it up. We also, of course, Commander Bly. He's been a syndicate. Rise up, member for 4 months.
Syndicate, rise up.
212 Hunter with that $3 super sticker. It's the guilty $3 super sticker. Awesome. We also have member for 4 months. Man down. Yes, we'll talk. Yeah, where's Scott? Where's Scott?
Yeah, I don't know.
Priorities, man.
Why is Scott?
Jacob Stanko 8929 and what up, guys?
What up, dude? How you doing?
Oh, yeah. Question away. Let's see how Runner Jacob. Okay, let's see here. What does the chat see? So since we're getting Darth Maul show, I heard we might be get more of these characters in line. Vintage collection Maul is not the only one we're getting to be card back, so it might get Darth Talon. Yeah, the Maul came out, the Maul
is
right there.
Yep, right in hand.
Yes,
Maul Shadow Lord.
Yeah, we'll have to get into this because as the Mando Grogu and Shadow Lord, we're going to be talking about that on our Wednesday show and everything. But, of course, the merchandising should start because we have an April release. So, we should start seeing a lot more. In fact, I think there's a live stream. I rumored in February for a Hasbro live stream, and I think that's going to be current IP related myself. I'm not saying it. I don't hear anything. My guess is the next live stream should be a current IP. So Mando Grogu releases, Shadow Lord releases, whatever, what have you. Right.
Yeah.
So, if I miss anybody, please let me know. But we're going to get into it real fast. We got actually a great talk tonight. We are going to be talking about the scale wars and first of all, I'll define what that is, why that's a thing, what we're talking about, and we'll get all our input in too. And we might hopefully come across at the end of this thing holding hands. We can maybe bridge the 2 6-inch and the 3 3/4. We could bridge it a little bit.
We already did, dude. We already won.
Exactly. Wait,
or so you thought.
We already what are you saying? What side are you on? But let's go ahead and do this. Let's bring up the vintage collection. But Tommy, the March Madness over at the Star Wars TVC, right?
Hey,
it just wrapped up
for
the submissions, and so you guys are gonna have to pay attention as the results start coming in and see those brackets hit. And so where can they find that? Where is all that?
Yeah, so go check out our friends over at the SWTVC Instagram and YouTube channel. They're very, very active on their Instagram page, but they also have a YouTube channel that they stream on. They try to stream every other Saturday over there. Usually it's like 2 p.m. Eastern. That group of guys, amazing. They do some groundbreaking work for the TVC community. They are a integral piece of
Right.
the TVC community online. And their big event that they put on every year is TVC March Madness. This is the 6th year that they've done TVC March Madness. Last year they got around 1,200 submissions for their top 25s. They got similar numbers this year from when I talked to them yesterday. It's essentially in March, obviously, March Madness, duh. They're going to have the March Madness bracket, and all the characters that out of that top 64 were voted on as of throughout January. It just ended yesterday. You could post your top 25 most wanted characters. It was done with a weighted, point system, and we will see who makes the cut. Fingers crossed, my goat Dirge makes the cut this year for the first time in that top 64. I know he got some serious points. A lot of people put Dirge number 1 on their list this year. So who knows? We'll see what ends up happening in March, but definitely check out SWTVC on Instagram and YouTube. That is where you'll be able to keep in touch with that. They're going to be spending the month of February counting the 1,200 lists that people sent in, and then they will create the top 64 that they will then have starting the polling for in March. So very, very exciting stuff.
I'm anxious to bring the updates in here and kind of like go forward and see what the choices are, and see how many clones there are in there, because I know there's a lot of clones in there.
No, they're actually they will have like no clones on there.
Really?
Because they're
do they have a separate clone bracket kind of thing?
Well, we're talking about that. That's in the works. But the whole thing with TVC March Madness is it's a focus on things that would require new tooling. So a lot of your if it's a repaint or like a reuse heavy pick, then they ask that you don't put that on your list. Technically, you can can put whatever you want, but I
got you. Cool. Dana checking in TVC rules. Ooh, I don't know, maybe. Moocher thinks love is in the air. Try. It's our PSA. We're just trying to bridge the thing, because sometimes there's too much conflict out there, but and sometimes rightfully so.
Right.
Dude, again, what is TVC again?
Stuchan got it right.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Like,
somebody's lying to Max. That's not what she said.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Who is TVC? What? Why is TVC? I love it. Let's see here. Jacob, General Punk, Krell, and Dirge. We need these characters from Vintage Collection and Black Series cross streams.
Yeah.
Yep. The Hasbro knows the cry has been heard for both those characters. Dirge for Ponkrell a little bit longer than Dirge, but yeah.
Like I said, that's what's most important about these polls. That's why we bring it up here, and we have the Black Series Most Wanted, the March Madness and stuff. Because you know what, as fun as it is to kind of like cherry pick your collection and try to get it out there, there's room for it all, and we do these to get our voices heard. So whenever Hasbro comes on the stream and says, hey guys, if you want a figure, let us know, and they've been saying that's a quote from the teams and everything, so we're letting you know on those. So it's important to get involved in those and participate in those polls. When you see them, let's get in there, that's the whole purpose of a community. So yes, Dana, hi Moocher and guys. Yes. Like I said, guys, if I miss anybody, please let me know and I will get them their proper shout out. But so let's bring up if I could do this right, because Scott's not here, but I think this is Vintage Collection. I don't think anything has been since we've last talked, anybody has gotten anything in the stores or whatnot.
No, so the current wave that's hitting stores right now is the wave with Chimere, Shakti, Padme, Maul, and Vader. You can find those at Walmart, at Target. I have found that wave at multiple Targets now. And the next wave that we'll be shipping will be the 4 that do not have X's over them. And then, of course, we have our 4-pack, which goes up for pre-order this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be Hasbro Pulse Disney Store exclusive. So make sure you're ready, because I have a feeling the set is probably going to sell quick. So get ready, get those pre-orders at the ready. And then we have the Obi-Wan and Airborne 2-pack, which I guess is being saved for Walmart's dumbass collector con.
Oh, man. Oh.
So
I hate
yeah,
that thing.
Yeah.
yep. Don't we all?
I love that. The
Yeah.
dumbass collector con.
It's like so stupid. It's like
It
Walmart Collector Con, Target Con, Walgreens Con. Like,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Circle
gonna be
K Con. All right. Let's,
Yeah. I know that Scott had told me that guys check your local GameStops because they are closing, or if they are, what if they're closing one near you? A lot of things are being clearanced out, so you could probably find some great deals on a lot of figures that are out there. So because they're back inventory, they're just gutting every store. So
they are.
yeah, I mean, it's just another thing, right?
Yep.
It was inevitable to me when you see GameStop. The games are changed so much that let's see, 75. Yeah. Oh wow, 70% off clearance for Pro members. Oh, there we go.
Wow, I better jump on that then, huh?
Yeah.
Before that Pro membership goes away.
Ray Stanley. I found some new 6-inch figures in Walmart the other day, but not so much in the GameStop. Yeah, GameStops are being gutted right now, so check everything out. Now, when it comes to Black Series, we have our usual suspects, and we went over a bunch of them last week and everything of what was being pre-ordered and whatnot. I know that Star Killer is going to be on February 4th.
Correct.
So get that date stamped in a thing. So, and you know what, guys, the best way to do things, if you don't have a Pulse membership or whatever, make friends that are Discord.
Buddy system.
Yeah, make friends that are Discord. I mean, if you maybe somebody will pick one up for you. You know, who knows? I mean, you can always ask, right? So, other than that, I will say this though: that Geonosian Warrior, I bought 3, or I pre-ordered 3 of them.
Okay.
And of course, I pre-ordered everything when they went on sale. What, 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
A couple weeks ago now. Yeah. Hey, that Valentine's Day Ewok is showing up now as well.
That's right.
Yep. So get ready for that. And there's also our missing 2-pack that we always forget to include here. With the Gaming Greats, Phase 1 Coruscant Guard, and the Training Battle Droid Officer.
Yes.
Though that's another 2-pack. It's on Amazon for pre-order right now. You can get that. And there are some new yakface.com rumors.
Let's do it.
On the rumor list, if you've seen on yakface.com, 5 new rumored figures for Black Series. I don't know that they're all going to be like standard pricing or not. Yeah. Because one's listed as a deluxe, one's listed. So it's going to be allegedly. We've got the Blind Kanan from Rebels Season 3 and 4, although I will give a disclaimer. I've heard from reputable sources contradicting information that figure has been thrown on the back burner. He's been rumored for the longest time now. So I wouldn't get my hopes up too much about that one. Next one is a TK Stormtrooper from Bad Batch and Maul Shadow Lord. I think that's a slam dunk and alley-oop. They'd be stupid not to release it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from Bad Batch in a long time, so I mean, Yeah,
and then they're also, allegedly, there's going to be an 11th Brother Inquisitor from Maul Shadow Lord and Tales of the Jedi. Yep. That's the one with the beak that Ahsoka cuts down.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I have an Inquisitor. I have all the Inquisitors. I need them. So.
And then we have a couple from Mando and Grogu on the rumor list, which one... Grogu and Anzellans.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's for the movie. It makes sense.
Is that going to be like a regular price figure? Because
I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume.
About as much plastic in that set
for that, man.
Yeah, it's as much plastic in that set as the torso for Mando.
Well, and you know what? I'll say this: we just got Deluxe IG-12 last year that had Grogu and 2 Anzellans.
That's right.
I already have that. I don't need. Now Scott brought up a good point on we did a Blitz Barrack stream yesterday on my channel. Scott brought up, it could be they ride around in this like mouse droid vehicle in the movie, so if they include stuff like that, I can see it being a little different. And then the final one is a deluxe Rhoda the Hutt from the arena. Big, strong Rhoda. I thought of Alex when I heard that one, because I was like, oh, the twins!
Yeah,
We'll get
yeah.
one step closer with Road to the Hut.
That's
There
the
you go.
thing. If this sells well, I mean, if
Uh-huh.
it sells really well, they'll say there's a demand for huts, and
Yep.
get
Yeah.
the twins in there, get Zero, get all like
Yeah.
get Gardola the hut, right? I mean,
Mhm.
let's get dude. That is actually very, very. When I saw that, when I heard you say Road to the Hut, right? I was like,
Yeah.
all right, it makes perfect sense, because the
Mhm.
Mando Grogu movie, and
Yeah.
that's exciting. Again, these are on Yak Face's rumors list, as
You have to
so-
highlight. You have to.
Yeah.
They're invisible unless you highlight where it says intercepted transmissions
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
underneath that. So you can find it. Go to his website. Show Yakface some love, because without Yakface, we would never be able to find those damn Walmart pre-order links. So
You know what? No,
Absolutely.
Yak Face is our go-to, man.
Yeah,
like
he
like
is.
anything, like even if it's legit or a rumor, I go to Yak Face and like, is this like make sure he's reporting, because it's trustworthy.
Yep.
So yeah, Stone Mando checking in. Wouldn't mind picking up 1 or 2 TK. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up at least, always on the army
Yeah.
builders. I'm always like at least 3. I'm at 3 because it makes sense to put 1 in the front, 2 in the back, different kind of poses. So my army building, if I'm gonna get anything, it's always 3, and then more later. If
my
anything.
thing is, I hope that if Black Series does it, TVC follows suit, because in the Bad Batch a ton, and then in Maul Shadow Lord a ton.
Right.
Just from the trailer, we see them in the gunships. I would totally love to have TK troopers in my gunships for this guy to cut down in a little display.
Hey, dude. And there's that cross between that clone and
Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper, so it's a
Yep.
perfect, and it's also reminiscent of Ralph McQuarrie art,
Yeah.
his concept art of the Stormtrooper too. So it's it's a no-brainer for me. Moocher should just army build Reefus. One is enough. One is enough.
We'll call him Darth Ollies. He can get all the Revas and all the Holdos from Ollies. There we go.
Yeah. The Hell Runner. Let's be honest, we're all gonna buy it still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wasted Youth. Hello again, guys from Cape
What up?
Breton, Nova Scotia. Welcome in. Thank you so much.
There you go.
You guys down there getting some weather, huh? It's 5 degrees
Wow.
Fahrenheit. It's been snowing for the last 12 hours. Yeah, winter fun.
Wow.
It's look, man, Alex and myself are so Southern California, so when it dips below 60, we panic. You know what I mean? And so, but we are very, like I said, we understand. We send out the love to all everybody from across the world that's listening, or just kind of like getting into it. You guys, we really honestly hope everybody is staying safe, because it's no joke, but there's room here. We got land. Come on.
Hey man, if you live
Taxes be damned. Let's go.
You live in Northwest Pennsylvania like I do, you're used to the cold weather.
Yeah.
Everybody's freaking out about the snowstorm. I'm like, hey, just
Yeah.
another day in the winter for me, man.
But like I said, dude, it gets below 60 here. We're like, we're dying.
Oh, yeah.
It
Starts
was
getting like between 69. That's where like, oh damn, I need to get a jacket.
Yeah.
I was just at work today, and it felt like -6 when I was at work today.
Wow.
I wouldn't even know what to do. I would just freeze.
Yeah, it's good. You just wear a coat, wear more layers. You're good.
Layer up, yeah. Sci-Fi Dude checking in. What's up, Star Wars family?
What up?
What's going on?
Yes, give me all the huts. I
Seriously.
agree, man. I would love a
Seriously.
shelf of huts. I really would.
Absolutely, man.
And Pizza the Hut. Yes, I mean,
That might be a copyright trade now.
yeah. I side tangent. I wonder when Spaceball 2 comes out. There, he's actually going to allow.
That one
Because that was a
might be cut
stipulation in George Lucas's Mel Brooks thing. You can make Spaceballs a parody, but
you
no
know,
merchandise. And that's why it was a whole joke.
with Disney now, that might bend because
That's what I'm saying.
Disney's might be like, we'll take that licensing money. Go ahead, and do those.
Yeah. Hey, give me a HasLab of Spaceballs. I'll go for it. Let's go.
Now you're pushing it a little too far.
There's that line.
Just had the Tron one that didn't go through. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
There's the line, and I had to go over it. I get it. So, hell yes, if I do LA. Well, the Rams are out of it. No more sports. That was it. No more sports.
That was it. It's done. It's over. Now we're gone. We love everyone else, and hopefully they have a great Super Bowl. But
the Super Bowl commercial. Get the movies in.
Now we'll just be building blokies now, or blockies now. We'll just be sitting in the room like it's over with, and nothing personal.
Yeah, exactly. Jaysboro. People move to California, then somehow end up here in Nevada. Yeah.
Nevada's not bad.
Every weekend.
Yeah, Nevada's not bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ray Stanley. I live in Northwest Pennsylvania, and I'm over this winter weather.
Man, not me, man. I'd rather at least when it's cold, I just put on more layers. When it's hot out, there's no escaping it, man.
Yeah.
No escaping.
All right. Well, we have one more line to hit real fast because this was kind of cool.
Oh,
We were talking about
yeah.
TK Troopers. So
Yeah. There you go.
let's take it away because
Hey.
you are going to be our official hot toy liaison. Let's go.
Wow, look at me. The hot toys.
You got the wrench, and now you got
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll call this the Hot Toys Hot Minute here. So we've got the latest Hot Toys reveal this month for Star Wars is the TK Stormtrooper. Comes with a collector edition and then a special edition, which includes the wired poncho and goggles that we see them wear in Season 3. That is a Season 3 specific look. Comes with a couple different blasters and the breathing apparatus for the pilots, because there are some of them that pilot like V-Wings and Republic gunships, and so it's really cool. This is a very definitive release. I thought it was a little weird that it was a Bad Batch release. I was like, it's, that show's been out for a while now.
Right.
Then we saw them in Maul Shadow Lord, and I went,
Makes sense,
that makes more sense. And this also gives a little bit more credence to the rumor on yakface.com for the Black Series one of these guys. That maybe, since Hot Toys did it, we'll see some synergy from Hasbro on this release. Me personally, I'm not picking this one up just because I'm very picky on my Hot Toys. As some of you guys that watch my channel know, I am not. I'm actually kind of cutting in half my Hot Toys collecting right now. I canceled like 7 Hot Toys orders in the last month or two.
you did.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. I think the legs look a little plain to me. Like, it doesn't feel like it is consistent with the rest of the design as well as far as the translation from animation to live action goes. Some of my friends that collect Hot Toys feel otherwise, but I think if you're a fan of Ralph McQuarrie, if you're a fan of that concept art look for Star Wars, then this is a figure to get. If you're a fan of the TK armor, this is a figure to get. And it's available right now. I believe the regular version is $230, and the collector's edition, the special edition with the poncho is $270. So either way, not a bad price for Hot Toys. A little bit on the cheaper side for Hot Toys. And that's it. Yeah. So it's a cool reveal, definitely.
It is cool, and again, it does correlate with Shadow Lord and everything.
Yeah.
But also, it's oops. Hi guys.
Hey, Mooch.
So it's also they have payment plans. That's all I got to say about it. And again, that's a dangerous thing to say, but
you need payment plans with that.
You do. I was just gonna say, it doesn't come to a shock anymore about Sideshow or Hot Toys. They go deep in lines, man, and they're not afraid of taking chances like this. Like a Hot Toys TK Trooper, that would be the last of my list as far as if you told me if I had to speculate, like here's the next 20 Hot Toys to come out, wouldn't even hit my radar. The fact that they're doing it, I like that because they do look at some deeper dives. But I would honestly love an actual Ralph McQuarrie Stormtrooper figure. We have the Vader and Obi-Wan one I still have in the box, but I'm all about that. Like get more, right? Someone asked, what does TK stand for? I don't think it stands for anything. I think it's just an designation for the Stormtroopers.
Someone in chat said Trooper Corps, but I don't even know if that's...
Oh, yeah. Isn't that with a C, though? Wouldn't that be TC?
Hey, it's Star Wars. Anything can happen.
Right. Airbus, right. We got Skywalker Club. It's a whole club. I love it. Hasbab Winnebago. I would do it. Don't I'm telling you. We break for nobody on the back too. Trooper Corpse. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Googled it. That's what it is.
Okay. Is it really?
Okay.
Yeah, core is the German spelling with the K.
Got it. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Oh, we got John Graber's in here. Woot woot. Tommy is on other three quarters.
I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. I got 4. Hang on, let's try not to drop all these. I got all these.
What the heck, TVC?
All in on TVC.
But most importantly, you have a Vader and a Stormtrooper in there, as I saw. And
they're down here. I got 2 Stormtroopers. I got Vader.
Yeah,
I got 7 more at my feet.
Crazy, man. Look, man. Look. Okay, all right. So we got all the prereqs out of the way as far as listing what's coming out of our current collections and everything. And we try to hit all the lines. We're trying to hit more too. Like we're gonna have more Micro Galaxy Squadron and get more information on Hot Toys and all that stuff. And the best way to keep up with everything too, guys, is with our Discord. Link in the description below to our syndicate, because all the channels are there from everything from comic books to movies to Star Wars to Shadow Knows. Everything those guys got on there. Blitz is in there. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So in this discussion, we'll carry over to that also, because there's always this sentiment every time something comes out, a HasLab, a set of figures, something that goes on. There's always the fist pumping, the booze, and then the wars, right? We call it the scale wars. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm not immune to this. I'm not. I am guilty of being either jealous of a scale that's not what I'm collecting, or being happy that I getting something that it's not out and whatever it is. But again, it's to me. But for me, it's innocent. I'm not a gatekeeper in that sense. I don't tell anybody how they collect, why they collect. I collect 6-inch because it's a different experience for me moving on to this collection of mine. Yeah. Okay. I did the 3 3/4 from Kenner all the way to Power of the Force 2 when I got out of it, and my new collection is mainly 90% Black Series. I do have some vintage collection. I do have some vehicles and whatnot. So, but the whole notion of scale wars, like there is some actual sites and people out there who are very, very, very vocal about a certain scale. If it comes from the Black Series to vintage or whatever it is, they're really hating on each other. Yeah. And that's where I kind of want to bring this talk into, because it's like, does it make sense to hate on each other? Because I will tell you something right now. If 3 3/4 went away in my vision, if I just had Star Wars, I would be very depressed. Not even in the notion of not even like I don't even collect it, but the fact that it's not there, and 3 3/4 has been there since day one. The world building aspects of it, and it's just a different kind of collection that you could get into. I would be very like, I don't know, I don't like these times. This is dark times again, and I like the fact. But here's the I don't know if I can reverse that, because 3 3/4 has always been there. If 6-inch went away, you still have this world building 3 3/4. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we kind of need each other in a sense. What do you guys think? Like, is it a tongue in cheek thing? Is it a fun thing, or has it gotten out of hand?
I'll go first on this one, Tommy. Look, my sentiments and everything. I'll just let this be known right there. I spit on vintage series, so gosh, right there. So before that said about Black Series, just let you know. No. Yeah. You know what? I think because we came from the generation where we did start off with 3 3/4. Yeah. I always have a love for 3 3/4. I think what got me back into collecting though was 6-inch, because it was something different than what my normal childhood was. But the more I get into the 6-inch, the more it does make me go back and actually buy like a lot of the vintage collection series, because of the fact is that I am used to that scale. I can't see one living without the other. And also the world building aspect works a lot better when it comes to shelves, spacing, and everything else. When you do, no, it's not blasting. It goes a little better. So I think hand in hand, and I know there are people saying, "Well, I'm just a Black Series figure," right? But then they'll see a vintage collection figure that's not in the Black Series, and they'll order it. So. I don't think there's really that kind of, I don't think you can be one or the other. Yeah. John Graber.
John Graber.
That's who did it.
I
kid.
Yeah, Tommy, what's your initial thoughts on this? I know that, like I said, you went one, and now you've broadened your kind of like.
And now I walk both worlds. But no, it's kind of funny because we had a similar conversation yesterday on my channel between me, 212 Hunter, and Scott, where we kind of talked about from a little bit more the perspective of how collecting habits change over time. And a year ago, I very much was on the side of Black Series when it came to the whole Scale Wars thing.
Right.
And then I see this happen for a lot of collectors as you're in the game longer. There's that one release that makes you break your rules. And everybody says, I'm all this, I'm all that, and I feel like the whole screw the other side mentality is just like masking okay, that's how I'm going to convince myself I won't be interested in the other scale. And then everybody has their some would call it a white whale, I would call it their HasLab Republic gunship, where you have that one thing that makes you go, oh, dude. I'm all my logic and my rules and my mental gymnastics go out the window. I like Bly's comment here. People who collect both lines should be called the Bendu. I'm the one in the middle. I am the Bendu. But I think based on our conversation yesterday, for me and 212 Hunter, we started and we were just Black Series. We didn't collect anything else. We didn't do Hot Toys. We didn't do TVC. We didn't do older Star Wars toys. And now we collect all kinds of different lines and media. And, and I think that it helps you to enjoy what you have. Like, Black Series will always be my bread and butter. Like, don't get it twisted. But I love that I can just enjoy TVC. I love, and I think that this is the key about this whole Scale Wars thing. You have to be able to acknowledge that each line does something better than the other. Because I see there's posts I see online all the time like, no, Black Series just is the future. It's the better line. I'm like, nah, man. There is stuff that TVC does better than it's like being secure with your manhood. I don't have to prove to you that one scale is better than the other. I just collect both, and I just cherry pick and buy what I want to buy.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what the message is. It's like you're the one that has to look at your collection. So who are you collecting for yourself? Are you collecting just for for clout? Are you collecting just to tell people like, I'm not doing it on purpose. Like, who does that really hurt? But again, if you're not into it, you're not into it.
But we start this up. Hey, Fig. We start off in different points too, though, and I think we're creatures of the moment. Let's be honest. When we first started, it was like from my era, it's 12-inch. And so then all of a sudden, the 3 3/4 was a certain section, and now we're into 6. So I think it's just the moment, the eras that you get into, but the affinity of going back and forth is what makes your collection fun. It's like even now with the Micro Galaxy Squadron, I was not into that line. And Mooch kind of like brought me into it, and it was like, hey, these are, the more you start getting and the more you start seeing different parts of your collection start changing. It's an evolution process when we're into collecting. And I think you've got to do that, or you're bored with, if everything was just Black Series, you would get bored with that line extremely quick.
Especially because, so when we were growing up, I basically collected everything that has Star Wars stamp on it. Even Star Wars stamps. Okay, so figures were at the point when you had one line. We had Power of the Force 2, we had Decanter and Power of the Force 2. That was like the heyday of it, with new media coming out and everything. And I collected, I mean, of course, I had no choice, but I collected all the ships. But I did collect the micro machines. I collected the little play sets, the die cast, everything that had stamped on there. And when I walked into my Star Wars room, when I actually had my actual room, it was the point where I was like, this is bringing some of the Star Wars home to me, so I can sit here and just not relive the moments, but just live in the Star Wars universe, because that's what our headspace is, practically all the time, right? And I remember when I was reading the magazines and everything, and it said, oh, they're coming out with a 6-inch Star Wars line, I was fist pumping, even though that 3 3/4 were still there. And I don't remember if it was called the Vintage Collection at the time. It might have been Saga or something.
What year?
Black Series came out in 2013.
Yeah.
So I don't remember when Vintage Collection became. Maybe it was around the same time.
They killed TVC. They call it TVC 1.0 and TVC 2.0 is when they rebooted the line.
Right.
TVC 1.0 they kind of killed when Black Series was kind of on the rise, and then they did like these weird They were called Black Series, but they were 375. You remember that?
Like, because they had Bane. They had They
had Darth Plagueis. Yeah, they had
Yeah. Well, again, and so now when I sold that collection and everything, and I kind of moved on for a couple years until it all came flooding back again. It was the 6-inch Darth Vader that got me back into it, because I looked at it, I go, wow, now we have the detailed, articulated, definitive figure, and everything at that time, even back in the day, everything was 6 inches. The only thing that was 3 3/4 was Star Wars, and because G.I. Joe wasn't doing a thing anymore, they were trying to come up what's up, but I always associated, like, okay, Star Wars has always been 3 3/4, but the 6 inches, the action figure world, right? And it was time that Star Wars caught up to it.
Yeah.
And so I went all in, because it was like, this is Darth Vader. It's almost like a statue. It's almost like, at the time it was something new for us. And of course they got out of hand. Now I've got everything, but what's glaringly missing is what I was used to: the ships, the environments, the accessories, everything else, and so that's why I was like, well, I'm glad that they both exist in the same world, even though I might be a primary Black Series collector, but I'm glad, because if I wanted a Darth Vader TIE Fighter, I can get it. Now, what keeps me away is the price points, but we could that's a whole discussion. I get it. But that's why I was like, okay, sometimes when I want to do that plunge like Tommy's doing, I want to take it, I withhold, because to me, honestly, the figures don't sell it to me for the vintage collection. It's the vehicles and the environments, the play sets, because I still think they're way too thin and fragile at times. When I can't, like, for example, I'm trying to pose out a Stormtrooper, vintage collection Stormtrooper, and I can't get this, of course, obviously not. I mean, you're not gonna do it. So that's what I look into. I think the figures on the vintage collection are still too thin and pliable and whatever. Sculpts are getting better, but I'm not there to like, oh, I need that character, because I'll just wait. I'll wait for Black Series to come.
Well, I don't know. You know what? I would say the scale is up there. I think they're doing a great job on both levels. I'm really surprised when I see the vintage collection, how well, because it's harder to sculpt at that size and get the whole
it is
and everything to get it just like jumping off for you. And they've been doing that lately. I think it's good to have Black, and I think that also it's great to have vintage. And I think it's also good to go back and also go into original. I think the Black actually makes you reminiscent of a time and era, and you go back and you're like, you know what, I do want. So there's certain parts of collections where you want to see like the original. Then they have the updated and maybe the 6-inch. You love to see that contrast on your shelf.
Right.
And I think that, there's really no, I think it's like, there's no scale wars. I think it becomes from, if you live in this era and you bought from that, that's what you know.
Yeah.
And it's harder. But I think for Tommy, who had a very good point of crossing over from, Black, and he grew up with a lot of vintage, or back in the day, just called it the original. It's one of those things where it does make you want to go back. So it's not so hard to bend it, because they are doing a great job with it. And I think when you do see things like Republic Gunship, you're like, well, they could not do this. In Black Series.
No.
It's great to see that, or the Ghost. Can you imagine how big the Ghost is? They would have done that.
No,
it's impossible.
And I've come to that acceptance and realization that there is going to be a collection that's going to kind of like give you what, someone's not going to give, like Blitz said, each line is going to give you something different, And guys, I see your comments. I will get to them. Yeah, Commander Bly said, what is the last TVC figure you messed with? The brand new ones go crazy. Full disclosure, it hasn't been a recent pickup in as far as figure wise in a long time. So I have not really messed with things in the past year. I would say past year, maybe 2 years of a vintage collection. I live vicariously through Scott. If I go to his house, I can mess with them there. Making stands and everything. But so to be honest, no, I have not really to make those kind of assert the judgments of like they're not as good as Black Series. No, I haven't delved into that fully. So to be fair, what's up? Oh my goodness, Big Fury gifting 5 Starlight Digest community channel memberships. Basil G Stargaze Sci-Fi do no, it's not Sci-Fi do is a comment. Adelphi Rangers, Rob, and Thomas. Congratulations.
Wow.
And thank you so much,
Yeah,
Big Fury.
thanks.
You're awesome, dude. And we got TD3 Trooper is a member for 2 months. What up, my dude? That's checking in. Thank you so much. Blitz, you got?
Yeah, let me jump in.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
do.
So this was, I saw Hal Runner brought it up because this was something we talked about on my stream yesterday, and a couple other people brought this point up too in chat. It's also like and to Alex's point, it's like a sign of the times. It's like what you like is what you started with, and what was the market like when you started. When I was getting into Star Wars action figures, 3 3/4 wasn't doing what I was looking for, and Black Series was.
Right.
Black Series was going heavy on Mando. Back in 2019 when I started really collecting Black Series, they had a Captain Rex. They were doing the Mando stuff. They were doing the stuff from Jedi Fallen Order. Guess what TVC was doing? None of it. They were doing none of it. And I think that through the years, like the last 5 to 6 years, TVC kind of lost my whole generation to they lost us in the market completely because they weren't showing any love almost at all to the prequels and the Clone Wars, and we were just starting to get into that age where we were starting to look for that stuff, Now, with the Republic gunship and with the Battle of Geonosis stuff, I have so many people around me that still are not TVC collectors by any stretch of the imagination, but they got Padme, they got Poggle the Lesser, they got all these amazing new figures because of the media that they're from. So I think that TVC, in my opinion, needs to keep leaning into expanding its customer base. That's been Steve Evans' whole thing. He did a live stream on his YouTube channel last week, and his whole thing was, well, we need to grow the market for TVC in order for TVC to get more releases in a year. How about we do things to actually grow the line instead of just, hey, let's throw 3 characters in a multi-pack and then 2 months later start single packing those same characters on card backs. That's not how you grow your customer base. How you grow your customer base is by doing those things that are going to make people who aren't collecting your line turn their heads. Go, wow, I think I want to get into that. Yeah.
Well, that's the trick, right?
Yep.
Steve Evans, 2 years ago when he came back into the fold and everything, he made on his personal YouTube channel, and he had a great monologue, basically, but a great discussion with himself and posting a thing. It says, you know what, there are for toys in general, especially like a line like Star Wars, right, where a lot of, things have been done. You have to redo them. Technology gets better. The questions are how to keep your current base happy and engaged and continuously buy. Also, how to keep being inventive and all that stuff. And then also how to bring in new collectors, and how to bring in a new generation. Because again, if you just continuously just focus on who you have, it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller because you're not gaining anything. Just like any business, right? New businesses is equally important. So the question was, and I'm glad he asked that question, was he put that on paper and like, all right, how do we do this? And so, we've been seeing some signs of it where they release a wave of figures, but then there's also like a Darth Maul or a Darth Vader and a Luke in like they're redoing those in the mix of all new ones, right? They're trying to kind of hit those spots where people can jump in with a brand new like Han Solo figure that looks amazing. And then someone can get into it and then expand the line as they go. Plus 2 or 3 different, brand new characters and stuff.
Right.
To keep everybody happy, you got the character selection is key for me personally. I look at character selection more than anything other than new sculpts and stuff. So
here's what's incredibly hard about, I think that, just in the whole toy making community with Star Wars, it's like something where you're like with G.I. Joe, you can create new figures, new characters out of the blue.
Yep.
You really have a mandate by Lucasfilm of what you can really do and what you can't do. So harder to get new people, because if the Vintage series or Vintage collection had like brand new characters out of the way that we have never seen in lore, that line would have picked up because people would have seen, oh, I don't know this character. It's easier to do that when you own the IP. It's harder to do that when you don't, because you're at the mercy of, well, we're going to bring out Shadow Lord, so everything in the next year needs to be this.
Right.
You know,
right. That was an old
harder on Hasbro
Good
to
point.
take credit for
Good
it.
point.
Yeah. And that was honestly like a kind of like an old guard mentality too. Like we've been officially hearing, that like the old guard had that thing where it has to be new, sell the new, but kids aren't buying them. Kids aren't playing with them as much, you know what I mean? And it's the collector, so they're really identifying that, I do want to welcome in all the new faces and people checking in. So I get
we got a full house tonight.
Yeah, it's awesome because and it's because again, okay, sometimes it's fun. It's fun to poke fun, like as we do. We make fun of each other, but it's all
spit on Black Series.
When I go to Scott's house, I just tip every figure over. I'm like,
flick all the figures.
Yeah, and he won't let me near.
You little stupid little baby figures. Look how easy they fall down.
Let me see that do Darth Maul. You break your finger if you did that with Black Series, but. There's the point of having fun with it, and then there's the point of like there's some competition. Like I said, don't get it twisted. I think all of us have a competition streak on how to display their figures and what they make it bigger and badder and stuff. And so, for example, like I make fun of. Not make fun, but I talk a lot of like the clones and stuff, right? Like too many clones. But I understand there's like 400 more clones to be made.
Sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
But at the same time, I'm buying them and I'm putting on the shelf. I am buying them because you know what? One day when Tommy comes to the house, I'm gonna say, check that shelf out, man. There's like 400 clones in that shelf, and
then we go, Mooch, what's that over there? Run away with your clones. Simple, dude.
But no Blitz. I won't buy Blitz at all. I refuse to buy Blitz.
Blitz sucks. He's the worst one. Worst one of them all.
But again, we have fun with it, and I think it's when it gets dangerous is when you get on and you're like, you guys are stupid for collecting these, and how dare you? And it's like that's when it becomes not a joke anymore, right?
It's as with many things in life. It's hatred comes from a lack of perspective.
Right.
I used to just shit on TVC left and right when I was in Black Series. Yeah. If you go back to 1313 podcast, you'll find episode after episode where I'm just dumping on TVC. Yeah. And over the years, I've come to appreciate what TVC is doing. Granted, TVC is doing things that I would want the line to do, things that I'd be interested in. So that obviously plays a big part in it as well. But I think that those are mine.
But it took your Grail to get you into that to that direction of seeing it, because before the lat, did you have any? I think you did have some.
Yeah, I would do. I literally I would only get the clone troopers that they would release on card backs. I have them on the wall off to the side here. And that was always what I did from day one. I just got the clone troopers. And now that I think about it, the only TVC I ever picked up were like $5 clearance at Ollie's. Right. Like those deluxe packs with like Ahsoka and the Incinerator Trooper. And then it was the Republic gunship was that thing that changed everything. And now it's funny how your perspective changes. I went from being on one side of the scale wars for years to being like, man, a lot of Black Series collections are just figures lined up on a shelf. If you don't have a Moocher's 3D printing lab at your, where you can go and get stands, you can get it, maybe some environment pieces in the future.
There's already a throne room.
Up until last year, with these little vignettes that Black Series started doing, what was Black Series doing that TVC had a huge step up on Black Series all along. I just didn't recognize it because I refused to acknowledge that perspective on how you could display
100%. 100%. And like I said, the when you brought this up yesterday on your Blitz Brigade, your last Sunday of the month, kind of like extravaganza and stuff, and when you were talking about it, like I said, it triggered this kind of discussion. Like, something like I remember having this room of just Star Wars, and it was everything. Again, we only had one scale, but I was doing the 6-inch doll, the lines, all of them.
They toys.
They had them. Yeah. But I go, you know what? Tommy's in this mode where his room is going to start being reminiscent of my old room. You know what I mean? Where it's going to look like Star Wars. It's going to look like it's all over. Look, he's got all the ships behind him. He's got the to me, like you said, more of a sculpted scale, more of an articulated scale, and then it's got the environments behind them. And that to me is walking in there going like, oh my God, this is Star Wars. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And it does kind of put in things perspective a little bit, because now instead of trying to just be that loyalist or that side of like, I can't cross it because I've been so against it. Now you look at everything and go like, look, man, Star Wars, just collect Star Wars. And I think that's where even having that mentality, you could stick to, we're not telling you to buy everything, but collect it, make your room, man. Make your room like kind of like, this is what I want to live in. This is what I want to escape. And just kind of like bring Star Wars in. And if it's all ships, then it's all ships. If it's all clones, it's all clones. It's just kind of like, it puts things in perspective to where I felt like we still had to kind of like tell it, you guys, you know what? Yes, we were going to continue to make fun of it. We're going to continue, but it doesn't mean anything. Meaning it's not toxic. It's not like we're not going to buy things because for the sake of not buying it, right?
Well, I think as we were talking about, there is a certain group that's out here in the world that get on and they make their videos, and the main thing about it is to object their opinions onto you instead
say
of
their names. No, I'm just kidding.
instead of having basically listening and going with the vibe of people. Like there's certain people, like just over the last couple months been doing deep dives, but there are people that collect just popcorn buckets. There's people that collected a lot of the McDonald's cups and glasses from the past or what. It's not our right to tell anybody what it is in their situation, what they should collect, how they should collect, and how they should feel good about collecting. We need to embrace it more, and I think that's where the level of us having the non-toxic approach, like everything's welcome. We want to hear your thoughts. What you collect is important back to us, because it gets us all in the greater of things. And I think that's where we need to move to. And I think if you hear people that are basically saying, hey, what you collect is suck, and that means that you're bad, then you got to start evaluating, are you listening to the right people, or are you in a place where people embrace
what are you collecting
and the
for
things
then,
that you collect?
What are you collecting just because your friends will get mad at you if you bought some? I'm going to screenshot this right here. It's Hell Runner Base. I'm back in OT next year.
Oh, that's one of you.
Listen,
wouldn't be me.
But yeah, it's again, that's the whole thing, right? What are you collecting for, or who are you collecting for? And that's the whole thing, right? It's like you might be stuck in this toxicity kind of like scale wars things because if you had a lat and you had all these clones, your friends won't play with you anymore because you're not buying Black Series or whatever, or vice versa too. Because if the TVC people want to get into Black Series, it's the same thing. Are they because they want to? Is it pressure? Is it what I mean? And so,
but how many times has that really kind of like when you have something and you're on a joy and you're on a high, and then somebody knocks it down.
Yeah,
and then it changes your way of feeling about that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that's why when we joke about it, you're allowed to joke. Because we all look at the same situations. Nobody's saying, oh man, that's the worst thing. Why are you collecting that? We're having fun with one another, and that's what collecting should be. It should be the fun aspect of it, instead of the one that makes you feel bad at the end of the night when somebody's basically degraded what you deem as important to you.
Right. Yeah. Fig Fury as in the loudest in the community that forced their stuff on you and see how you collect is dumb, and really the minority is the hobby. Yeah, of course. The vocal minority always makes the thing. At what age do I turn into an OT purist? Well, dude. First off, let me.
It's ever evolving.
Yeah. Just put on A New Hope. Go to Empire. Go to Return and say that's the best Star Wars we'll ever get, and then everything else is cool, man. Like you're not supposed to beat that. That is okay. That's when you become a purist, when you repeated that without an audience and everything.
Mooch, I gave the answer in chat. Yeah.
Oh man! Wow. That's a low blow, Tommy.
Yeah. When you get the AR, hey, you know what?
One day they'll be sending that card in the mail to you, brother.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and then you'll be sitting there going, "You guys, the clones are like clones."
Yeah. Oh my, no, man, no.
We're on to something completely different.
People will be coming into my little restaurant Obi-Wan! Cloners. Damn good ones, too.
Yeah. See, here's the thing too. So it has been. I dropped off Black Series for almost 2 years. Honestly, it didn't take me too long to catch up. I didn't get into it day one because I did not like when I saw them in the stores. I was like, this is what I'm glad I didn't get into them back then. Right, the Leia and the Luke's and everything was just so bad. When I got into it, was a couple years into the line, and honestly, it took me about a month to catch up. Because everything was, like I said, Amazon or they were re-releasing things. I think the real scan technology came into play. It did not catch. In fact, I saved money doing it that way because I got a lot of things on clearance and sale. Amazon was good at that point,
but that's a smart way to collect too, though, man. It's just like it's like whenever you buy, everyone tells you let a generation of like a certain phone go out before you purchase it because it's updated. It's constantly there's ever evolving. I think if you wait out a little bit, you'll see how well the line's going because nothing makes people upset more than you started a line, you get deep into that line, and then they just cancel it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's always good to just have a little wait and see how well this is going. Yeah. Before you jump head in.
Yeah. Scott Solo checking in. He says he spits on Black Series, but he's more Black Series than I do.
I mean, spitting on it because it's sitting right on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stop talking so close to him. Oh, shit. We got Video Power Gaming. Good evening. Checking in. I know I missed people checking in. I'm sorry. I apologize. But
Dr. Brantley has a very good quote right here.
Yeah. Dr. Brantley. Brantley 2 Bliss. This is 2 Bliss. Have some respect for your elders, you little clones. What exists without us? I knew.
Wow.
As Clone Wars is Star Wars, Tommy, Star Wars isn't Clone Wars. Okay.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Star Wars is not just Clone Wars.
Listen, I wouldn't, for better or for worse, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Clone Wars, man. I wouldn't even be sitting here on this show right now.
But remember, I'd be
sitting here talking about. I'd be bitching and crying on another show about MCU Avatar. Somewhere or something. Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
Oh, you went there. Would be too many shows on that.
It's a short-lived podcast.
The biggest franchise with no fan base, Avatar.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a chapter, but I love it at the same time because I get it, man. I really do. I really get it. And I'll be honest with you. About a few years ago, I didn't. I was on here talking like, dude, it dies with us. It's gonna die with us. And this is before, like I said, I lived in like this little bubble where before we branched out and started talking to other people, and even on the podcast, I really had that sentiment of like, Star Wars dies with us, and I'm cool with it because we got to live an experience. But then, honestly, meeting Blitz and meeting Hybrid and 212 and Stone and all these guys that are in that generation. And I see like they're going like, man, they're talking about the same stuff that we talked about and continuing it. Yes, it's more clone centric, but who cares? It's more prequel, but who cares? That's their Star Wars. And so that honestly, I'm wrong about that sentiment. It doesn't die with us. This couldn't continue generation after generation. I just thought that you guys didn't care. That honestly, I just didn't think that you had that where it was a cool sci-fi movie. I didn't really think you were going to collect. It was a different generation. You guys are in different things, it's just different. And I'm glad that I was wrong. I'm glad that I got the chance to look at the a little bit more like in a way of like there's more to it than just my little bubble. Well, yeah, and that's why when I tell you guys, when there's comments made of like, the old heads don't like us, it's like, no. We do like you guys. It's not that we are old heads and we do support you. I support the lat. I support clones. I support all these things. So I don't want it to like a couple bad apples in the bunch speaking for us as a general, you know what I mean? So like I said, there's room for it all. I buy everything. Star Wars. So I might pick and choose on certain IP or not IPs, but like current projects going on, but for the most part, it's all Star Wars,
I think if we didn't have one, the Clone Wars did revitalize Star Wars in a way because it was at a point where there was going nowhere, and then it was like the infinite possibilities and everything. What's going on, sir?
Yeah, what's up, assassin?
It was the infinite possibilities, and that's what made it. And if you don't have Clone Wars, do we have Andor? And so these are all the pluses and minuses with growing out the IP, fresh ideas. Some things work, some things don't work. But to keep bringing it up, that means that someone is going to be into this hobby that only likes Andor.
Yes.
And this is the reason why. I don't know what you guys are talking about, the original trilogy. I like Rogue One and Andor. I don't care about the rest of the stuff.
Andor's peak.
That's the best thing about fandom is that it is more outreaching. And I'm sure give us 3 years down the line, there'll be a new Star Wars show. Someone will be born and say, that's my Star Wars.
Well, now you're going to have the George Lucas purist, the Kathleen Kennedy purist, and now you're going to have the Dave Filoni purist, right?
Hey, you're looking at one right here. Exactly. Dave Filoni purist, bro.
100%. I fell asleep during that middle section, but it's just cool how it's all coming full circle and everything. And I'm guilty of it. Like I said, I'm not immune to those scale wars, controversy things, or maybe we're like, oh, TVC got this, and that's TVC. What? It's a Cracker Jacks box. It's like whatever. But then when Black Series has something, I'm like, oh, Black Series got it. I'm guilty of it, but I'm not as vocal about it, or I'm not as toxic about it. Let's put it that way, right?
Well, I think
always with the LOL at the end or a JK. So no offense, but
I think for once we can actually put this in as a hashtag. Size doesn't matter.
Wow.
Exactly. I have that tattooed like right on. Like,
No. Star Wars fan told me size doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Size matters not.
That's right.
Says the little guy. Size matters not. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is. Always it is.
The little green guy, huh? Says size matters not.
Yeah, you keep saying it and people believe it, right? It's like you keep repeating it. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a cool discussion to have. Sometimes it's a cool thing to remind us sometimes about when we turn off the cameras or when we're not talking to our friends and we look behind us, we're sitting in these rooms or even if it's one statue or whatever it is, right? It's just the most important thing is that, that is your life. It's your lifestyle. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's cool to keep up, have your ear to the ground about new and improving things. Like I said, I'm into everything. When we started the Toychest, one of the things I wanted to do was kind of like take a look at the Star Wars, kind of like in general, all together though, as a whole, not just the figures, right? Shampoo bottles, shower curtains, towels, baseball mitts, whatever, is because that's always been a thing moving forward from our childhood. It's always been a thing. So as we're about to leave, that's the cue for us to get out of here.
I'm doing my best impersonation of Ernie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You need another 4 more minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll be
Wow.
back.
For those who don't know, watch our Wednesday show. You'll get it. Welcome in, Scott. You want to start all over?
Yeah, I'm here. Let's go. Let's start.
Run this off and everything. Let's start off with the what vintage series drops are going.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the vintage collection. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, I mean that's basically the conversation doesn't stop.
Wow, Blitz.
9:40.
Wow,
That's awesome.
We're definitely getting kicked off now, Blitz.
There we go. Now we got him going. Oh man.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, I'm sure you've been listening, Scott. Is there any kind of like things you want to say about the scale wars or just kind of like
Nothing that probably hasn't already been said already. Just, collect Star Wars, man. Have fun. Enjoy the hobby and don't, whichever scale gives me a Venator, I'll buy it.
Okay, spitting, cool. Dude. I'll buy like 8 acres of land to house mine. Yeah,
See,
it.
But just buy what you want. I cherry pick Black Series. I buy everything vintage collection. If it's cool, I want it. That's just all it is.
The rule of cool, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I hopped in late, man. It's been a day.
It's okay. Well, again, we're kind of like winding down here, and
you got the chat going, Scott.
Yeah,
I did.
Everybody going, man.
Jolted them back into.
I know. So. Welcome, and I'm yellow for some reason. What the?
Yeah, what's going on? Scott has jaundice.
That was me 6 years ago. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I think it's important to reassess every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Like Blitz said, if I was just collecting Black Series, I would just have a wall of figures, which is impressive, which is great, it's awesome. Mm-hmm. But it's not satisfying for me. Like for me personally, because again, we grew up in those rooms of like the ships are just as equally important as characters as the characters are, environments, planet, all those things. So yeah, I do kind of like have scattered things, and that's why honestly, Micro Galaxy is kind of like scratching that itch for me, because to me personally, as much as the new vintage collection ships are amazing, like the X-Wing and the TIE, Vader's TIE Fighter and everything. Yeah, just like honestly, if it was a Black Series version, it would be like $50 or like $20 more. They're that close in price range, and I'm exaggerating, but it's to the point where it's like I can't. I'd rather have, I don't know, I'd rather do something else with that. I'd rather do something else with that money versus just paying that much. It's a hard sell.
And my biggest attraction for the vintage collection is being able to world build, right? I mean, it started whenever I was a kid. I had the Death Star playset. I had the Millennium Falcon playset. You could build these worlds. Can't do that with the Black Series. But man, with Cube Squadron, are you able to really world build? I mean, you can literally build little pieces of the world. I mean, I love the fact that what we're not getting from Galaxy Squad or Jack Pacific, whoever it is, it's handling
Jazzwares.
Jazzwares, there we go. Where the fans are taking up that mantle, right? And that's, I absolutely love it. I've been the last 2 days, I've been 3D printing little play sets for my display because I got that new 3D printer. I mean, it's just freaking fun, and I can't do that with Black Series. It's just too big.
At a very, very smaller scale.
Exactly, because the Best Spin playset actually scratched out a Mustafar. If they keep doing things like that's impressive to add to your collection, and it helps in the way Tommy was saying, like, look, it's not just a bunch of figures on the stand. It's now become environments, movements, things. So now you can section that off. And I think that's where the brilliance of looking at something from vintage collection, like, okay, well, wait a minute, what are they doing good? Let's move this into the Black Series part. And then there's certain aspects of sculpting and articulation that they could take down in the vintage. I think it helps out, but you had to have where this changeover from everything going from the people that were running it that were narrow-minded, because, you got to ask yourself, why didn't Jazzware think of this scenario? Because you know what? They don't have the right people they're bringing in to push fandom a little bit more. That's why Cassidy's product works, because it opens our imagination. They're not doing that in the companies, but now it seems that Hasbro does have that now.
I wanted to jump in. I saw Scott already did in the chat. To Has-Been, don't start with Resistance if you haven't watched the animation. For the love of God.
That's gonna be
go with it last. If you're on an acid trip, you can maybe watch it, but man, you got to watch Clone Wars first.
Stop listening to How Runner. Just stop.
Don't listen to How I Runner. Don't listen to How I Runner.
Don't watch Resistance. It will make you a Star Trek fan.
Wow. Hey man.
But this is the thing though, is when it comes to Scale Wars, we could 1-to-1. I see people do it all the time. Well, a 1-to-1, a Black Series figure is better than a TVC. But TVC is not just the figures.
Right.
Just like Black Series is not about the vehicles. It's just not. Like there are things that each line excels at, and there are things that each line regresses at, and that's where the other lines kind of pick up, and every line has their shortcomings, every line has their strengths,
of course,
and I think that's why it's also important to just collect Star Wars, just collect a little bit of everything, because then you can get the best of everything.
Lockstar.
Hey, what? Oh, I'm sorry. No,
I would say we'll have to do a wet. We're gonna revisit. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna revisit Resistance one day.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
I'll be by myself.
I want to know What's an Ewok movie?
I think I think that's
is that little
Kennedy.
bears that run around, bears that run around making sure everybody is equal.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the wrong kind of bears for Star Wars.
Wrong kind of. I like it though.
Yeah, me and Hal Runner will run that Resistance show. Let's go.
Oh, dude,
we 2 views.
Hey, you got to get it off our chest.
Does everybody snap instead of clap at the end of the
movie? Oh yeah,
the Resistance makes the Acolyte look like
cinema.
Empire Strikes Back, like absolute cinema.
Yeah, it is bad. It's so bad that when we were covering Resistance season 2, all of us stopped, but Scott started, and we just waited for his review because none of us wanted to watch it.
I thought season 2 was worse than season 1.
Yeah,
it had such promise.
It had
right?
promise.
Sudden,
yeah.
Kaz's parents are on Hosnian Prime, and we're gonna start seeing
the trailer. What
stuff,
sold?
Man.
They're like, the trailer's gonna get down, and then it's like more slapstick, this and that, and then there's this time thing about BB-8 not being where he's supposed to be, and it's like
it was the plot of The Last Jedi for a whole season of a show, just running and running and running and running and running for the whole season. Oh, dude. Yeah. But they had cool stormtrooper designs.
They did.
They did that.
Captain Pyre, right?
The First Order Raiders, the Scuba Troopers. Yeah,
I did like the droid too, the little R2 unit with the helmet on his head.
Oh yeah,
Bucket.
Kind of cool.
Bucket's cool.
Yeah, Bucket was good. Yeah,
droids are.
There were some cool designs, but
the
story was just not there.
Yeah, not cool. Cool. That was a Dave Filoni transition thing. That's we'll just.
Hey man, not everybody can have exclusively wins under their belt.
Yeah, that was just the Cartoon Network contract expiration. That they owed him another. Dave Filoni owed them another thing, and it's like, just look, guys, let's come up with something.
Went back, shuffled out the files. Just throw this. Just go ahead.
We are encroaching dangerously though on Wednesdays.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
And it's what happens. But yeah, I mean, the message of the day, because I'm in this He-Man, I'm in this Master of the Universe kind of mode, so I always have to have a life lesson at the end of the day. I won't make it as cheesy, but again, it's the Collect Star Wars. This is why we have the emoji of Collect Star Wars. It's why we say it. It's why we hashtag it. It's a cool thing to be involved in. We are privileged actually to be able to collect Star Wars in the way we want to. We could pick and choose. We can not collect. We could collect other things, whatever. So again, it's important to do it, and I enjoy the conversation. I like the fact that we can go and we could talk about our collections in all kinds of different ways. And again, it is something when you visit or you share. Like I said in the Discord, we have a collection showcase where you can take pictures and showcase how you display something. I'm always looking at different ways of displaying because I that's what I want to do. I want to kind of like just live it in the best way I can, and it's not going to stop. Hasbro's not selling the IP to anybody. They're going to keep on going. Star Wars still sells. So
it's cool because we may bitch about it left and right.
And
center, but at the same time, we live in an era where we have options. We've got Hot Toys, Black Series, Vintage Collection, Vintage if you could track it down. I mean, it's a great, as we say on the podcast all the time, it's a great time to be a fan.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's from what we're seeing and what we're hearing and stuff, it's just getting better. We're at we're at peak Star Wars collecting, right, Tommy?
Except
it's peak.
Don't get Moocher started on Toba Fett though. That's
this mofo's backpack. I'm telling you.
I got to tell you, man, I did not have that problem.
I know. I'm a fling him across the room.
In fact, I think he's sitting right over here, man.
Dude, please fall off. Please backpack fall off. Please backpack.
No, man. Everything I'm telling you,
shake
man,
him.
Yeah. There you go. I think it was a QC problem. It happens from time to time.
Alex, if you pull the jetpack off, it'll come off.
There.
Yeah. It did come off.
Dude,
okay,
oh my god.
Cheap. Hasbro sold cheap. It's not even a real jetpack.
Yeah, I know. It says that on the box. Actually, this thing will not fly. Yeah.
Wow.
I guess we had to tell people that.
Oh man,
I watched Book of Boba Fett. I know it doesn't fly. He was surrounded by people and didn't take to the sky.
Yeah, he doesn't even use it properly. Yeah, facts. Star Wars toys and movie posters will always be the most collect. I am a movie poster.
Yeah,
I love movie posters.
Yes.
Especially old school. Well, no Photoshop movie. I'm talking like hand drawn. I would always seek out hand drawn movie posters. That's why Juice Drugen is the hero. And I have a closet probably about 200 double-sided movie posters because I'd go to conventions and they have tables and I would just take them all. But oops, sorry. Go for it.
I just say they don't fly now. They don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. According to the box.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, let's get out of here. You know what? That was a fun conversation to have. It wasn't just it wasn't just toy news and all that stuff. We kind of give a little couple deep dives here and there, but as like I said, we're doing this weekly now. The Toy Chest is weekly. It has been weekly, and we'll get into the showcase of Hot Toys.
Yes, we will.
Release schedules and jazz wares and everything else that's coming out.
I have got a philosophical conversation to have with you gentlemen next week.
Oh,
really?
Very cool.
Brace yourselves. Yes, a philosophical.
We don't have to wait 40 minutes to hear it, will we? Or will it be on time? That's the question.
I'm pretty sure.
I have to tell the audience, our chat. I mean, that's like, So.
I will be here on time next week. Yes.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to point out that all the links in the description below go to all our friends of our whole network, to all the Cube Squadrons, everything else that we promote and we're all about. You can find all the links there. But I'm going to hit Tommy first, Blitz Transmissions.
You're going to hit me. That's not very nice.
Yeah, if I can reach you, I'm going to hit you. So,
yeah, man. Speaking of time, I haven't had a whole lot of that this month. My content's been pretty light in comparison to how it usually is this month. But I'm getting back in the saddle. I had my latest episode of the Blitzcast come out today. I've got some reviews starting to roll out. I'm going to be getting the new Vintage Collection Wave reviews out, starting with Lord Maul.
Who are you?
I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is. And then I've got, lots of other stuff coming out, cool topical videos. You already know, Alex and I usually tackle those live reactions on those Hasbro Star Wars fan streams. If we get one in February, you can catch us over at Blitz Transmissions. Yeah. That's all. I'm going to quit yapping. That's all I got for now. Yeah, pass it off to SKN.
And we started off and everything. Well, you see that we own Mondays now. Yes, we own Mondays.
Yes,
but we own 2 other nights of the week. It's Wednesday and Friday.
Yes,
we started off Wednesday with the Toy Box Chronicles, myself, Mr. Fig Fury that you saw in the chat, Mr. Chet Maddox, and Scully. We've got some interesting stuff this week. We're like, there's a deluxe character debate here. Is it worth buying deluxe action figures? Well, we'll talk about that on Wednesday.
It's never
and then
worth
after
it,
that, well, you already debate's already non-debate.
It's never worth it.
Then after that, the best damn Star Wars show on any galaxy or any other planet is the Starlight Digest podcast. It comes on right after us. On Friday, you can start, at work. You want a little bit of toy talk in the mornings? We're doing that for you. Good Morning Toy Box. On Friday, 10 a.m. on the Pacific, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and myself and Mr. Maddox. And then that's the lead-in show because we pop all the way down into 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to Pixels, Plastic, and Ink. Myself,
Crazy,
Rad, Dr. Brentley, and the ever-popular Chet Maddox. So, you've got us all through that. You want to catch us and have after-show conversations, you got to go to the Syndicate Discord. Because, we've done something that, a lot of people wanted to do. We decided to do. Your fandom is all welcome there. Yeah. So
it's great conversations to be had, man. So
except for Resistance.
Except for Resistance.
Yeah. Except for Resistance.
If you're bringing somebody, I'm sure one person in there want to talk to you about it. Wow. Oh my
Look
goodness.
who woke up from his nap.
Wow.
Woke up from his nap. 21200 gifting 20 Starlight Digest Star Wars community memberships. 212.
Hell yeah.
Thank
you.
You
are
sir.
awesome. Like I said, woke up just in time, dude. He took his nap. He's all like, I gotta do this. Thank you so much. Scott, do you have that list up?
I do. We've got Red Celtic 23, Black Mandalore, Joe use I can't say that. Stromer.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Freak Burrito. Tim
Burrito.
Yeah. Nada V Mumford. We've got Celtic Nation 06552. Oh my God, these names are weird. Whatever happened to good name, easy names?
YouTube changed.
Edigable son of a death. That does, yeah. Okay, don't know that. Codex of the Spiral. We've got Darth Profi, Jez Wild, Utini Designs. We've got Wookiee Squatch, Star Wars Collective, Phantom Menace Dennis got one.
All right, Phantom.
Nice.
Dr. Good Guy 1, Hero Collections. Hal Runner Base got one.
Oh, Hal Runner.
Nice.
Chet Maddox got one.
Mr. Maddox.
Art D. Henderson got one. So welcome everybody. To
yeah. Awesome. Welcome everybody.
Go.
212, dude. Come on, man. You're awesome. Man. We love you. Thank you so much.
He is rad.
Awesome. Yeah. We will see you guys on Wednesday when we do the Starlight Digest, which we break down all the Star Wars news, rumors, and theories from all across the galaxy. We are going to be talking about, we will be breaking down the trailer for Shadow Lord. But most importantly, we got a release date, which that was unexpected. Yeah. And it's sooner than we thought. So that the question remains, what else are we doing the rest of the year? Because that was all that's slated. So we're going to break it down. We'll talk about it. Yeah, is it hidden? Is it in a little hit? Like you have to highlight the text, like Yak Face, to see where the Ahsoka is at. You know what I mean? So, it'll be a good discussion on where everything stands, what we're doing. And again, what's being canceled, what's not being canceled. It's all kind of like.
Can we revoke Hellrunner's membership?
How I run her.
Go ahead, reply.
But I hope that everybody gets has a great, safe rest of the day, week, and all that stuff moving forward. Again, and all the links are in the description below.
Hell yeah.
The Discord, of course, that's where the conversation continues. Yeah.
Is there a link down there for Moocher's 3D Print Lab?
Yes.
There better be.
Buy some stands for Moocher's 3D Print Lab. He has got some new stands that are coming out. Great guy, by the way. I don't know if you've ever met Darth Moocher, but he's a great guy.
He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But his stands are good.
But his stands are good. Yeah.
He's pretty much developed a universal stand that I'm currently testing out. And I got to say, it's a game changer. So stay tuned for more on that.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let's get out of here then.
Let's skedaddle.
Thank you guys so much. All the new channel members. Let's go. With that, Scott came in to say,
keep it nerdy, everybody.
See you guys.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.